Welcome back to Bros Talk Supercars. It's AJ and Curtis here. We are at the Goodwood circuit and we're going to make a little special video for Ferrari. So we're going to go out in the 296 GTB. Yes. Curtis got driven up the hill at Goodwood Festival of Speed in the 296
and it
GTB.
Has been ever since then a dream of mine to drive it, so today is the day.
And this is the exact car that you went up the hill in.
Yes,
so driving this car is going to be epic. We're going to go around the track here. We've never driven this track before, so we're excited about that, other than Curtis on the PlayStation, which is not very helpful because it's not even a sim, it's just a PlayStation.
Yeah, but it still has haptic finger sensitivity.
Let's go, let's drive the car. It's going to be epic. I can't wait. Thank you very much, Goodwood Media Day, and thank you very much, Ferrari, for making this happen. Jason, you're the man.
You've driven me in an awesome car. I get to drive an awesome car. You're legends. The troubles.
Can't affect the car. A bit lower. Lower.
My chest doesn't go any lower. Buy a supercar, they said.
Yeah. So how tall are you?
6'3".
Okay.
When I sit up fully, yeah.
Just while I help you in.
Okay, Curtis.
I am okay, big man.
You are officially sat in the seat of the 296 GTB. You went up this.
I've been up the hill climbing this bad boy. He broke his speed. Well, I said, can you please try and beat his record, and he did.
My
so that,
question
if you pull that down.
Why have you put a jacket on when you're already sweating?
I don't know, I just sort of just leave it on.
Well, you can't take it off now because you've got the seat on.
Yeah.
I mean, if this is not service for you, Ferrari going above and beyond.
Absolutely.
No,
How does that feel?
Feels comfortable, feels good, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Still too, that's it. That looks better. And then Andrew's going to plug your intercom in.
Hang on to your helmet, Curtis, because I need to give it a good old...
Oh.
Okay?
Yeah, all good, thank you.
Enjoy.
Of course.
Oh, wow, yes, now we're talking. So what have you driven this morning then, Curtis? Driven the Atura, which is the McLaren one. Yeah. And then just done the 707 SUV Aston Martin. Okay. Now onto this bad boy. So you went up the hill in one of these. What's your experience of driving Ferraris? So I've drove the Ferrari Roma before around. That's was lovely to drive. Been obviously in this one up the hill and stuff, but bar that I've not actually drove any other Ferraris. Okay. I drove a couple of different McLarens and things like that. So yeah, it's the first time actually behind the wheel of a Ferrari of this power. The Roma, obviously, it's your base one in a way. Entry level car. Yes, yeah. So I'm very excited about this. Ever since I've been up the hill, I've always wanted to drive this car. Right. Ever since I've been up the hill, just because of how it reacted, how it was, how it was driven. It was just a piece of artwork. It is a very sensitive car. Yeah. To what you do. Yeah. To it, so you need to control, really think throttle, about response, the throttle, and everything. Yeah. You need. It's a case of just adding pressure rather than thinking about pushing it down. Yeah, absolutely. And the steering as well is very positive, so it's easy in this car just to turn and then realise the car's turned too much. So just take the first sort of lap or half a lap just to get a bit of a feel to how it reacts to you as the driver, and then we can enjoy. I'm just going to wind that back one because we're going to be in sport mode. So I'm going to have this mirror, Curtis. Yep. You've obviously got those two. So the indicators are on the steering wheel. So if we're going to let someone go past, it's a light push for 3 flashes, and then you push through it to go to flash all the time. Anyway, let's start it up. So put on the brake pedal and press the button there. A bit harder. Okay, so that noise, that whooshing noise, means that the car's ready, because it'll always start in hybrid mode. Yeah. So we're just going to turn the engine on by pressing qualify. Okay, I'm going to put it into manual. And you happy there with the steering wheel? You've got enough room underneath your legs there. Yeah. Okay, so pull the right hand pedal towards you. So you might get the tyre pressure warning light come on. If it does, if you just press in between there, that'll just make it disappear. Oh yes, the brakes on that are solid. They are. Beautiful.
both paddles towards you. And then just press the button down there.
Well, man, thank you.
Wow,
that
good,
was awesome.
good drive.
How was it? So what could I have done a little bit better? How could I improve my driving to become faster? Well, I know that I could have braked a lot later, I feel, in certain areas. A little bit maybe early on the odd one or two.
Yeah, I mean, we went a little bit too hot into Lavant, which is the one before the main straight, so we just ran wide of the apex, so we're just a little bit slow. I mean, you are driving it very, very well, and I would say you are beginning just to push the envelope of the car a little bit. So anything that you do is just going to be incremental.
Right. So so it's sort of having that as the base level now. I'm really just tweaking it every single time, ever so slightly. Now, just to learn
so some of the Ford Water, for instance. Remember which one Ford Water is? So you got the double apex, and then you got that kink where we were braking for it. We do need to slow the car down a little bit, but sometimes if you go on the brakes, you just unsettle the car a bit, so
really
you could actually just ease off so the car's not unbalanced when it goes through. So you could actually carry a bit more speed through there, but it's how you ease off the speed before you actually get there. So a brake is just you know, it's just unsettling the rear of the car, because we push the weight to the front and taking it off the rear, but you are driving around very well. I mean, I would say probably for the people who've driven me today, and some of them are really quite experienced, that was probably the best drive, and you have a lot of confidence in the car. I'm hoping that you can feel what the car's doing to allow you,
and that's why I sort of wanted one more lap
to have that particular confidence. So,
well, no, thank you then. Yeah, awesome. So, yeah,
I mean, you know, if you ever get the chance to go motor racing, I know you got your ARDS license.
This is what I want to really get into. I want to do one. I want to.
Yeah, I mean, you are driving well enough that, you know, if you get into a good car, you should be at the front end of the field if you can sort of replicate that in other cars.
Oh, really? Was it all right then?
Yeah, no, it was impressive. It was impressive.
Thank you.
But for someone who, you know, without knowing exactly what you've done, you haven't got a huge amount of
I've done nothing really
of track experience, again, in comparison to some of these guys who've been around for sort of 10 or 15 years and done some racing and driven at every single racetrack in the country and all that sort of stuff.
Well, thank you so much, mate, honestly.
That's all right.
I really enjoyed that.
No problem.
That's really good. And if I get a chance later on to come in again, I'll maybe try and sneak in one.
Yeah, okay. Don't forget, it potentially is going to be wet this afternoon, so
make it more interesting then.
Well, this is a horrible circuit in the wet.
Well, yeah, it's a very unforgiving. I've noticed that, but I've only drove this circuit on PlayStation, which I know it's completely different than real life, but it made me realise where the corners were, so I understood the track a little bit. Yeah. But yeah, I noticed from playing on PlayStation, when you're going at the maximum speeds, 1 mile an hour over or 1 second too late of turn, the wall's there. Yeah. All of a sudden you're throwing yourself off.
We don't all experience that in real life.
Yeah.
Don't forget to unplug your helmet before you hop out.
Thank you though, you're legend.
Right, no problem.
That's it.
Mind the door as well.
Thank you, yeah. Be an expensive, silly mistake that would be.
Okay, on the legs.
That won't fit. Curtis is here.
Holy cow. I'm gutted because there was a yellow flag and then a red flag. So we had to come in.
I know.
I could have had one more lap and I was so genuinely, I'm not even joking, I'm absolutely heartbroken because that AJ, that's next level. That is fast. That is a quick car. In any of the gears you are in, any of the gears, anything, it has got the power. It's just mental. You can feel it just wanting to go, and wherever you put the nose of the car, it just goes. It turns sharper, faster than any of the other cars I've driven here today. It's a race car. It's a Ferrari. You know what Ferraris are built for, and this thing is built for it. Ferrari, you've hit the nail on the head with this. Absolute nailed it. Yeah, you know what? I was thinking that before. I had no breakfast, no lunch. I'm starving, but I could sit here and do this all day without eating. I understand how race drivers are so thin now.
So Curtis went out in the 296 GTB in the sun, in the warmth. It's after lunch now. It's starting to rain. It's two-wheel drive, it's rear-wheel drive, it's crazy quick. I feel like the SF90 would be easier to drive, but obviously we can't get a ride in that right now. I'm so excited. Curtis has built me up for this, considering I've learnt the track now on the Atura and the DBX 707.
STO.
That Lamborghini STO, I don't remember the track, it went so quick. Like,
was that the scariest ride you've been in?
No. I don't think any of them were scary. I felt really comfortable with them.
No, I feel comfortable in all of them, but I mean the one that perhaps... Well, I mean, that's the only car that we haven't
No, I feel like because Sandy was so quick in that Lamborghini, and in his head he was so clear and precise, I felt calm. If it was somebody that was going that quick and was a bit... I'd be a bit...
Maybe the tyres and stuff had warmed up for you. I was the first one out.
It was pretty... He was like, ah!
Yeah.
Oh, I can see the 296 pulling in now. Oh no, not pulling in. I can tell you, I'm going to be going a hell of quicker than that. Fighting talk.
All I'm going to say is he said I was perhaps the fastest person he's had around the track.
Well, yeah, because everybody was being the Ferrari's being slow because we keep overtaking them.
Actually, yeah, to be fair, true. Actually, that is true.
I don't know who's been driving it.
Because there's the guy in the GR Yaris stuck behind the 296 GTB. That shouldn't be happening. No matter what, the 296 GTB is faster, corners, everything. On grass, maybe not, but...
But it's like when we were out in the 707, we were overtaking whoever was driving the McLaren on a corner we shouldn't have overtaken because he was going like 30. I was like, what's happening? Okay. Whew. Oh, it's a bit wet.
Fantastic, thank you very much. Let's do it. Get a go. I'll see you in a bit. So if you haven't driven one of these before, have you?
No, I haven't driven one of these.
Okay. What other Ferraris have you driven?
No, I haven't driven any Ferraris.
You haven't driven any Ferraris?
No, just
okay.
This will be the first one, yeah.
Okay, but you've driven some McLarens, have you?
Yeah, driven the McLaren Atura, the 720, the
right.
GT.
Okay.
Just went out in the, actually to be honest, I know that Aston Martin, and it's a very different car, but that 707 was pretty fun.
Okay, and what about your experience of driving around Goodwood?
Today is the first time, so I've done, well, technically 9 laps.
Right, okay. Well, the thing to remember is it's beginning to
get a bit
rain, so we just need to don't worry about comparing yourself with your brother or the speeds, because
don't worry.
As a dry, we can push on a little bit hard. So we just need to give ourselves a little bit of a margin.
Bit,
yeah, because this becomes quite a nasty track when it becomes slippery.
Yeah.
So the other thing, just think about with this car, it is super sensitive to what you do to it.
Yeah.
So the steering and the throttle, I'm sure Curtis was telling you about it. So you really need to think about just adding pressure to the throttle rather than actively pushing it down.
Yeah.
And to a degree, the same with the steering as well. If you sort of try to turn sharply into the corner, the car will go too quick. So just again, it's a case of adding pressure, but probably in the first lap or half lap, you'll get a bit of a feel as to how the car is reacting to you as a driver.
Perfect.
Okay, so I've got that mirror there. You've got the 2 wing mirrors.
Yeah.
Indicators on the car are on the steering wheel. So if we're going to let someone pass, probably not, but you're going to have to press. And then press the button there. Whoa! Oh, no, it's turned it off. No, it has turned it. We're ready to go.
Yeah.
So we're always ready to go in hybrid, which is why there's no engine start up.
Yeah.
So we're going to press that button there. That's going to fire it up, and then we're ready to go. Just to there is the. If you just want one wipe, just pull that towards you. Hopefully,
perfect.
We won't get more nice drizzle.
Hopefully not. Yeah.
You just need to pull the right hand paddle towards you, and we'll put it into manual mode, and then we're ready to go. There's nothing coming down the pit lane.
Cut a bit of space. This is in manual mode now, so I'll do the gears.
So you're doing the gears, yeah. Okay. If you hit the rev limiter, it'll just sit on the rev limiter, so you need to pull the paddles. You will obviously get this light up as well once you get closer to the red line.
There's a first gear, I presume quite a quick first gear on it.
mode all the way around there. Actually, I forgot to wind it back to sport. So it's brilliant. It's so good. Very reactive to you as the driver.
Very reactive. It's so reactive. So you can feel the finer details from the millimeter that your hand would move to what that actually is perceived on the track, and that's what's really different. And obviously the power side, like from if you short shift to holding it a bit more, like it gives you power whatever stage you want.
Yeah. So how does this compare with the McLaren you drove?
It's the finesse.
Right.
The power, the way that you apply the power, and actually the detail that's being the detail that's kind of, everything feels that a little bit more, it's been thought about a bit more.
Just go forward a bit, AJ, just make it easier for you to open. And then just pull both hands towards you. Just press it.
Yeah, the detail of kind of how you perceive and apply that power and moving it throughout the track, and you feel in this car that everything you feel on the road is rather than you feel it and say, oh, I felt it, you felt it and it feels like it's an improvement to your drive, and you can feel it and you know how to improve from it from lap to lap.
Yes, that's right. It's giving you enough information for you to know when you haven't quite got it right, but when you just change something and it better, you can feel the difference.
And obviously the driving position's fantastic, but yet that extra level of detail that you receive through the wheel, through the floor, uncomparable. You can't put them in the same league.
It's a fantastic car.
It is unbelievable, and the sheer power.
Yeah.
Like, I know it was a bit damp there. We held it back a bit throughout all, but still that sheer power is just outrageous.
You're driving really well and nice and sensibly safe but quick.
Yeah. And on, like, as you say, getting a new car, new track, like sort of thing, like don't need to do anything stupid. Don't want to upset Ferrari or anyone.
Having a funny conversation with Jason.
Yeah, Jason, so about the car I wanted to purchase next year, I think I need to purchase today because I may have crashed it. But honestly, thank you so much.
No problem.
Brilliant. Yeah, please do unplug me before I try and get out. That'll be a comedy act in itself. Thank you. That is just level, innit? It's just another level. It's just like, as I was saying then, I don't want to annoy anybody, but the level of detail that you receive from the car, like from each kind of little bump on the road, it tells you and gives you enough information. It doesn't hide that bump from you. It gives it you as an advantage to getting up fast on the next track. Yes, it was a bit damp out there then, so we didn't go absolutely crazy on some of the corners, but still, it's outrageous. And doing it with manually, doing flat paddle, doing the gears, taking control of it, that felt so much better as well. I loved that. I didn't want it in just automatic. Power, sheer power from nowhere. Like, no wonder so many people are going to wrap these around a tree if they don't know how to drive, but it's so good at the same time. My brain just can't take in the information. Like, it's outrageous. But with this car, you feel like you could be quicker than Lewis Hamilton. Well, Max Verstappen. Lewis in a good car. The rain is coming down now. Honestly, thank you so much for watching the videos on Bros Talk Supercars. Please like and subscribe. I hope you like this video with Ferrari. It's been epic. It was a dream of Curtis to drive this car, and we have had a great time. Ooh, honestly, my brain is absolutely fried. We've driven so many cars today. Please check out all the other videos because we're loving it. And we can't wait to drive some more awesome cars. They're all going away now. In the paddock, we need to make a move. Fact of the day, my brain is gone, but I do have a fact of the day for you. In a Bentley, you know the stitching, they use a fork in the factory to do the stitch on the steering wheel because it's hand stitched, so you know the exact same distance, and it's not too sharp, yet it's not too blunt to make it happen. Fact of the day for you guys. Confusing, I know. AJ, everyone's gone. Like,
not 2 minutes ago, this was full of cars. I'm not even joking. What's just happened? Everyone's ran off. Let's go. Let's hit it.
Let's go.